A very good morning to my dear students. Hope that you are doing well and keeping safe at your homes. In the last class, I had already told you that the fifth unit is all about science fiction. And we had already completed one story yesterday. Today, we are going to take the third chapter, the third section included in the fifth unit, titled as Sailing Out to Space, written by the famous poet Gareth Lancaster. Here, the poet brings the discussions in the poem through the perspective of a child. Being come under the broad category fiction, it is written through the child's perspective to encourage the imagination in children. So, now let us go for a detailed discussion in order to know what is actually the theme mentioned or discussed in the poem as such. Now, please look at the preface portion. Here I am going to read the preface portion. Please do listen and read along with me. Have you dreamed of going into space? Would you travel in a spaceship or use some other mode of travel? So, here two questions are being asked or two questions are being raised. What are they? In the preface portion itself, a question is asked to the readers that have you ever dreamt of being into space? And would you travel in a spaceship or use other mode of travel? In that way, in the preface portion itself, the narrator succeeded in evoking an interest in or curiosity about space travel and also evoking an imagination on space related things. So, for that purpose, the writer or the speaker is asking to us a few questions related with space travel. See, if such a question is being asked to us, what will be our reply? We would definitely say that we are interested and we dreamt of going into space several times. I think no one on this earth living without a dream of going into space, at least for once in a while in his whole life. So, it will always be our dream or it will always be our pleasure to set out a travel to space at least once in our lifetime. Okay. Before going to have a detailed discussion on this poem, let me to read the poem first. Sailing Out to Space by Gareth Lancaster. I dream of sailing out to space upon a yacht of stars with portholes all along the sides. I would gaze amazed at Mars. With mast made strong with spider webs and sail of fluffy cloud, I would watch the earth go sweeping past. As out to space I pluff. With stars in front and stars behind, and planets far and near, I would sail my yacht around the rings of Saturn with a cheer, and onwards passing Jupiter to watch the big red storm, then far around its outer moons and through an asteroid swarm. I dream of sailing out to space to catch a star or two, exploring through the universe and just take in the view. Okay. Now, let us go for a stanza-wise discussion to have a deep understanding of the poem. Now, I am going to read the first stanza. Please do listen and read along with me. I dream of sailing out to space upon a yacht of stars with portholes all along the sides. I would gaze amazed at Mars. The speaker, what do you mean by yacht? Yacht, the meaning is given, a sailing boat used by some people for pleasure trips. So, it actually refers to a boat which is used by some people for pleasure trips. And what do you mean by portholes? Yeah, portholes here means round windows on the side of the yacht, on the side of the pleasure boat. Okay. So, these are the meaning of those difficult words used in this particular stanza. So, anyway, you have to remember one thing, that while watching the video class, you have to write down all the difficult words along with their meanings into your notebook. Okay. Now, listen. The speaker here expresses his utmost curiosity and happiness to go for a pleasure trip to space. It is only a pleasure trip, or it is a trip out of curiosity, or it is a trip out of excitement. That is what that particular word yacht is used here. He says that the speaker always used to dream of going out to space. He used to go upon a yacht of stars. So, yacht, as the meaning of that particular word is provided here as a sailing boat used by some people for pleasure trips. From the selection of that particular word yacht, one thing is obvious here, that he actually wanted to go as a pleasure trip just to see and enjoy things. Then the speaker says that he wanted to have portholes, that is round windows all along the sides, and he says that he would gaze amazed at Mars. Here also one could easily find the innocent dream and desire of a child. See, for example, while we are going out with our smaller ones in our homes, they usually wish to travel by the window seat. So, likewise here also we could see the curiosity and excited nature of a child in sailing out to space. So, that is what here it is clearly said, that with portholes all along the sides, I would gaze amazed at Mars. So, he used to travel, with round windows on the side of the yacht, so that he would be able to gaze amazed at the Mars. At the same time, he would be able to enjoy and enjoy the things in a better way as he expects. Okay. Now, listen, I am going to read the next stanza. Please do listen and to read along with me. With mast made strong with spider webs and sail of fluffy cloud, I would watch the earth go sweeping past, as out to space I pluffed. Now, listen, mast here means a tall pole on the boat that supports the sails. So, we have people also have seen mast, a long tall pole on the boat that actually helps its while sailing out to different places. So, that is here meant by mast. And what do you mean by fluffy? Fluffy means anything light or soft, that means inconsequential. Okay, then we have go sweeping past, that means moving quickly. Then pluffed, pluffed means went on his way slowly. Now, listen, mast here means as a tall pole on the boat that supports the sails. The speaker here says that the mast of his yacht is made strong with spider webs and sail of fluffy clouds. So, he says that he can watch the earth moving fast as he goes on his way slowly to the space. So, in that way he expresses his excitement and curiosity that he can even see the quickly moving earth as he goes on his way slowly to the space. Okay. So, this is all about the second stanza. Here we are moving with the third stanza. Please do listen and read along with me. With stars in front and stars behind, and planets far and near, I would sail my yacht around the rings of Saturn with a cheer. Then the same curiosity, excitement can also be found here in this stanza too. He expresses his happiness by saying that as he goes there, he can see the stars in front and behind him, and he can also see the planets here and there. Then he adds that he will sail his vehicle around the rings of Saturn with cheer and happiness. And cheer here means a loud shout to show that you like something. See, for example, if you see something for a first time after a long await or after a long wait, you would definitely produce some exciting sounds, some shouting sounds, wow, how, something like that. So, that you actually, that here actually meant by cheer. So, as he gets a chance to see the rings of Saturn, yeah, he would start producing exciting sounds or something like that of a cheering sound. And here is a reference to the rings of Saturn. Saturn rings are thought to be pieces of comets, asteroids or shattered moons that broke up before they reached the planet, torn apart by Saturn's powerful gravity. So, it is referred to as the pieces of comets, asteroids or shattered moons that broke up before they reached the planet Saturn due to its high gravitational power. Now, listen, I am going to read the next stanza. And onwards passing Jupiter to watch the big red storm, then far around its outer moons and through an asteroid swarm. So, what do you mean by big red storm? Here the big red storm is referred to here as is a storm in Jupiter's southern hemisphere which exceeds any storm on Earth. Okay, that means it is referred to a great storm in Jupiter's southern hemisphere. So, now he says that, and onwards passing Jupiter to watch the big red storm, then far around its outer moons and through an asteroid swarm. Here the speaker says that after that he will pass Jupiter to watch the big red storm, which is only found on the southern hemisphere of Jupiter. Okay. Then will pass by Saturn and Jupiter to reach the moon. After that he sees masses of asteroids while nearing the moon. That means then he will move on his yacht to see the large group of small planets revolving around the sun. Okay, asteroid swarm, as the meaning is mentioned there, is a large group of small planets revolving around the sun. In that way, he is excited about the varying things he used to experience while he is dreaming about going into space. Okay. Now listen, I am going to read the last stanza. I dream of sailing out to space to catch a star or two, exploring through the universe and just take in the view. So concludingly, just take in the view here means, sit back and enjoy what one sees of the surroundings. Okay, as it is a pleasure trip. We used to go to somewhere else in order to enjoy what we see there. So that is actually here meant by take in the view. I dream of sailing out to space to catch a star or two, exploring through the universe and just take in the view. So concludingly speaking, he again expresses his desire to go out to space to see the stars, to explore the universe and to take or obtain the beautiful, astonishing and mesmerizing view of these things. So this is all about the poem. So after reading the poem as a whole, one can undoubtedly say that the poem is all about a dream through the perspective or through the point of view of a child who is always wishing to go out to space. So in this way, while analyzing the poem in a wide manner, we can find that the poet has used several images that are rather childish. Thus, in short, we can say that it is all about a child's wish about sailing to the space in a magic yacht that could float through the stars and explore the universe. Okay. So now let us discuss the question answers. So read the first question. Who is the speaker and how can you tell? Actually, who is the speaker? We can undoubtedly say that the speaker appears to be a child with a wild imagination. How can we come to the conclusion that the speaker is a child? Yes, it can be understood that the speaker is a child because he or she speaks about sailing past all the planets and through the entire universe. So from that, in that way, it is clearly understood. So it is not actually a real thing which is going to happen. No one can sailing past all the planets and all the planets. It is totally impossible. So it can be understood that the speaker is a child as he or she speaks about sailing past all the planets and through the entire universe. And what about the second question? Please read the second question. Why do you think the speaker dreams of sailing out to space rather than flying out to space? So here he uses that particular word for sailing in the poem instead of flying. And why do you think the speaker uses sailing instead of flying? Okay, that means the speaker probably dreams of sailing rather than flying, as it may be because then only he would get the opportunity to sail past slowly while observing the planets. See, for example, if he is actually going to fly, then he would not get the opportunity to sail past, or he would not get the opportunity to see and enjoy things in a very slow manner. See, if it is flying, he could only be able to have a glance at all these things. Okay, so he wishes to gaze at Mars from portholes. He also desires to sail his yacht around the rings of Saturn, among us other things. So he actually wanted to have a gaze, not a glance. So that is what he actually uses
that particular word sailing instead of flying. So it might be a reference to the speed. He actually wanted a clear view or a clear look on every planet. That is what he deliberately uses that particular word sailing instead of flying. Then what about the third question? How is a speaker's boat different from a regular boat? Yeah, we know that the mast of his yacht is made strong with spider webs and sail of fluffy clouds. So this is actually the speciality the speaker's boat got than that of the regular boats. Then what about the fourth one? Sweeping past. In stanza 2, there are two words that suggest opposing speeds of movements. Find them. Which of them does the speaker seem to prefer? Why? So, look here. Two words are used here. First one, what is sweeping past, and the second one, ploughed. And what do you mean by sweeping past? Sweeping past means moving quickly. And what do you mean by ploughed? Ploughed means went on his way slowly. So the question is, which of them does the speaker seem to prefer? Why? Yeah. So the speaker probably prefers going on his way slowly,
so that he could see
all the wonderful celestial bodies around him at his own pace, at his own speed. Okay, so we can undoubtedly say that sweeping past and ploughed are the words that suggest opposing speeds of movement in stanza 2. And speaker probably prefers going on his way slowly. Okay, simply because of the reason that he actually wanted to see all the wonderful celestial bodies around him at his own speed. Okay. Then what about the fifth question? Name the 4 planets the speaker mentions. Which of them has an extensive system of rings? Which of them has something called the Great Red Spot that produces a storm? So the planets the speaker mentions here is Mars, Earth, Saturn and Jupiter. Saturn has an extensive system of rings. Jupiter has the Great Red Spot. Okay, and we have already mentioned that what do you mean by the extensive system of rings, and we have also mentioned the Great Red Spot found in the southern hemisphere of Jupiter. Okay, then the sixth question. The speaker gives 2 reasons for going on this trip. What are they? What are the 2 reasons that the speaker gives? Yeah, he desires to catch a star or 2 and also wants to take in the view of the entire universe. All those 2 reasons are mentioned in the last stanza. Then what about the next question? If you were invited to go on this trip with the speaker, would you accept? Give reasons for your answer. So that is entirely up to you. You can come out with your own different answers. And the last question is, find words in the poem that rhyme with the following words. The first one is shoe. Yeah, we can find words like to, view are rhyming with shoe. Then clear. Yeah, we have near and cheer in the poem as rhyming with that of clear. Then we have cars. Cars, we have stars and Mars in the poem which are rhyming with cars. Then loud. Yeah, we have cloud and ploughed in the poem which are rhyming with loud. Then Tom. We have storm and swarm
in the poem
rhyming with the word Tom. So this is all about the poem. I hope that you understood it. So anyway, I think this is a time to wind up. Anyway, thank you and have a nice day.